It's been a little while since I've posted on this channel, and in that time, I think that I may have found my favorite product that I have ever reviewed. These are the CMF Headphones Pro, and today I'm going to be talking about why they are so great and why if you're looking for headphones, then you need to buy these. First things first, I want to just fully disclose something. Nothing, the company that owns CMF, which is their Nothing sub-brand, they are not paying me at all, nor did they send me these headphones or these custom ear cups, which I'll talk about later. So this is a fully non-sponsored or paid for review. I'm not being paid to say anything about this. So all of the pros and cons and things that I'll be talking about this product are purely my personal opinion. And two, audio is very subjective. So if you have issues with the headphones after buying them, then just know that the whole sound part of this review is insanely subjective. So these headphones are really focused on bass, and I'll get more into that later. But if you don't like bass, then maybe these won't be the headphones for you. But so again, just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but I hope that I can put this review out with people knowing that it is truthful and honest, since that's what I want my channel to be focused on. True, honest reviews that give people good information about what this product is and whether you should get it or not. So with that out of the way, let's get into the actual review of the CMF Headphones Pro. So the first thing that I find unbelievable about this pair of headphones specifically is the price. $99 without being on sale. And for headphones of this caliber, I am amazed that they would have the audacity to sell it at that price. Now, granted, you may find a better experience with other headphones at the more like $200 or $300 price range, and Nothing themselves sell a pair of $300 or so headphones that have a slightly different design and are more focused on Nothing's aesthetic as opposed to the CMF, more clean, simple aesthetic. But I have a Nothing Phone 3A and I love it. And so maybe those headphones might be a better pick for you if you still want to go with Nothing's technology. Speaking of design, these have a simple but clean, nice, and very comfortable design to both look at and use. Now, I bought orange ear cups, which actually arrived today, funnily enough, just the timing between getting these and deciding to do my review. But usually it comes with whatever color you buy. So there is this light gray, there is a dark, like grayish black color, and then I'm pretty sure that they also sell a light green variant, and then they sell first party ear cups in this light orange that I have right here, which looks a lot redder in person than it does on camera. And then they also sell that sort of moss, like light sort of green, which I don't find as appealing, but if you do like green, then it could be a nice accent. The design is very clean and simple. The headphone driver and the body of the headphones is very small, but then the ear cups are nice and big and fit on your head very well, especially for my head, which I've struggled with headphones in the past being maybe too loose or too tight or whatever. These fit very well for me. The other thing about these headphones that really impacted me and sort of blew me away at this price point was the insane level of comfort that you get with these headphones. So it has a nice, soft, simple foam headband here and some very soft plush ear cups that I love. These are some of the best ear cups I've ever used on headphones in my opinion. Granted, they do sort of wear out over time, and even after using these for a few months, my main ear cushions have some wrinkles on them, but overall they at least for my first impressions, they seem to keep their shape and form relatively well over time in heavy use. I've been using these multiple hours a day, every single day for multiple months. The other thing that's a big difference from the last headphones I was using, which in case you're wondering are some of the original Bose Quiet Comfort 35s, which are fantastic headphones, but these are doing almost everything better for a third of the price, which is pretty crazy. One of those is this mechanism. Now, granted, in newer headphones, this sort of simple, smooth mechanism is a lot more common. But for me, as someone who was using an older pair of headphones that had the sort of classic ratchety mechanism that sounded awful, this smooth, nice mechanism is really great. It does have a little bit of flex and play in the mechanism. However, that's something that for headphones at this price point, I'm willing to give them a little bit of credit for, that I do expect some of the fit and finish of this pair of headphones to not be perfect, but at least as good as they can make it. The other thing is that these have quite a lot of controls. It has a volume slider, it has a little sort of AI communication button, which I never used. And then they also have this interesting bass or treble slider, which I have not used really. It's basically just an EQ for one sort of section of your sound. And I mean, for some people it might be useful if you want more bass or less bass, but I just keep it in the middle and it sounds great. Speaking of EQ, in the app, which I'll get into later, there's a bunch of stuff, including an EQ that you can use to change the sound profile of your headphones. Put on classical, that's my recommendation. It sounds the best, it gives you a nice warm tone. When I tried to do anything myself, or when it was on the original setting, which was called pop, I think is what the original setting it's on, it just doesn't sound very good. It doesn't sound very warm and lively like good headphones should, in my opinion. This might be the most important part of this review coming up next. Active noise cancellation, which is a term that is usually talked about in headphones in that sort of $200 or $300 or $400 price range of headphones that I was talking about before. But these have ANC, which in and of itself isn't that impressive, but it's actually very good, at least from my general usage of it. Granted, you may have varied results and it might not be good enough for other people and what sort of environments they work in or might want to cut out of the background. But for general usage, it's very good. I just keep it on all the time. And I don't find that it affects my battery a whole lot since these already have very, very good battery life. I mean, I'm able to use them for countless hours on end, like many days without them running out, even with the ANC on. And the ANC has multiple different modes of intensity. I just keep it on high, especially if you're on like a bus or something, or people are talking, you want to watch a video or listen to music. It is great for this. It is fantastic. And especially going from those old Bose headphones, it makes a hell of a difference. Now let's talk about the app sort of things, everything going on inside of the Nothing X app, which in case you're wondering, it is just comes with my Nothing phone, but you can get it on all iOS and Android devices. So if you do want to have these headphones, then there's no issue about being locked out or whatever. Looking at you, Apple. Anyway, inside of the Nothing X app, which is where you control all of your Nothing or CMF devices. Like I have their watch on right now. I'm gonna make a separate review about this soon, but you can control that in their app as well, and it's all in one nice little convenient app. But inside of the app section for these headphones, there's a lot you can do. Again, there's the EQ I was talking about. You can change between your different ANC modes. There's some stereo sound modes, which I don't really use since I don't find it makes a huge difference. And you can customize all your buttons and stuff on here. But the big thing for me was there's a customizable sound profile preset and test that you can do where you put the headphones on, listen to tones and stuff like that, and it will create basically a specialized, very delicate EQ for your headphones based on how your ears respond to things. And it's very, very useful. My left ear is slightly quieter and less sensitive to sounds, and it was able to pick up on that through my test and sort of counteract for that a little bit, which was nice to see that that was a function. And if you have issues with that, it might be able to assist in that. Granted, I don't think it's the most powerful way of dealing with possible mild hearing loss or anything like that, but it is kind of nice, and I think it's a good feature to have in these headphones, again, for only $100. Now it's time to talk about some of the cons of this device, because there are some. Like, this is not a perfect device by any means, but it is great. So First thing is that in the unboxing, it comes with this little sort of carrying sack. Not like a nice case like my old Bose headphones, but it works. You can put your cables in there, you can put your headphones in there. It's fine for the price, and you get it for free, so that's kind of nice. And then it also comes with this cable. But you may notice this is a 3.5 millimeter cable. They don't sell the headphones with a charging cable. Granted, it's USB-C, so still nice, but come on. Like, you're giving them a 3.5 millimeter cable for wired connection, which is cool that they have, but no charging cable. So yeah, make sure you have a USB-C charging cable, because if you don't, then you can't charge your headphones. The other thing is that these headphones aren't as compact as I would like them to be. The only thing that they can do to be more compact than this is rotate in one direction. They don't rotate in the other, which initially was annoying to me because I realized that when you put them on face down on a table and then rotate them in, they're backwards. But my assumption is because that when you fold them down and put them like this, then put them on, they're the right way. So just kind of nitpicky. I wish it could do both and fold both ways, but I guess it's not a huge issue. That's just me being kind of picky about things. And finally, let's talk about arguably the most important part of any headphones or any audio devices in general, the sound quality. And for $100, it is really impressive. I mean, when you keep it on that classical EQ and have everything just off and normal, otherwise very basic and simple, the sound profile is very nice and warm with some nice mids, a good amount of bass, especially when you turn up that bass slider, it gets really high. But it also has a lot of good response on the high end, which is something that could be a challenge for other headphones that are, at this sort of cheaper price point. And it really handles them well. These headphones are fantastic for the price. And yeah, there isn't really much else to say about these. It's a pretty simple review because they're just headphones. They don't have anything really special that makes them super unique or like unlike anything we've ever seen before. It's just good headphones at a good price, which is in the end what we all need and expect out of a good pair of high quality headphones. Is we all just want something that works and that doesn't feel like it's a pain to have around or to use as opposed to something else. And I think that these are a very good reflection of that. Just a clean, simple product with a nice aesthetic that can work with most people and that you're able to customize to your liking, that isn't too expensive, so it's worked with a lot of people's budgets and what they're looking for in headphones, and just overall sounds good and feels good and is good. It's a legitimately great device that that every time I put them on, I am like overjoyed to have them. That's it for this video. It's been Top Down Tech, and if you like this video, I hope that you get the time to watch some of my other content, since I have put a lot of hard work into it over the last year and a half, or maybe even more, coming up on 2 years on YouTube, and it's been so much fun. I love YouTube, and making content on here has been something that I've been interested in for a long time, and now getting to pursue it, and especially with my Nothing Phone video, getting to see people watch that was truly amazing. And I'm so grateful to be in this position. And yeah, if you want to help the channel grow, then subscribing and liking the video and commenting down below would make a huge difference in the long run for my channel. And it will allow me to bring you more content like this in the future, especially since I'm not earning money from YouTube right now. So help us get to 1,000 subscribers and onward by subscribing. That's it for this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.